So I want to talk about how it is if you want to, like, let's say, really do something bad to another person. Very often, think again whether maybe the situation is like that you have done something bad to the person before. Because very rarely people do like evil and bad things without any reason. Most of the time, there is something that happened before, and we very often just react way too quickly and judge people based on the exactly last action that they did. For example, today I had really the situation. Was super angry at a person, and then remembered, okay, like an email I wrote, a phone call I had where I wasn't really polite and really also said things that were kind of like pushing the limits, and I thought, okay, maybe this is a reaction to it. And then my response was like much softer. I could handle the situation much more in a much more neutral way. So the idea here is also, even if something like there was nothing before you think, then if you actually think enough, then it might be something that happened before where you think, okay, this is not the, let's say, best way like I behaved. And if you bring it up actually in a conversation with the person, let's say you have a discussion about about your collaboration, then you can actually mention this, that hey, I know maybe this or this thing hurt you, and even if this is actually not the reason why they now behave badly to you, it will still be to them a sign that you care and that you try to find the mistakes within you. So always, if you try to discuss the shortcomings of somebody else, you need to point to the shortcomings of yourself. And in this way, it will be much easier to find a common ground and actually a solution to the problems. This principle applies to work, life, basically everything. That you not only try to see the problems with the other person, but also the problems with yourself. That goes hand in hand with showing and projecting the willingness to solve actually the problem, and being like a mature person who actually understands that nobody's perfect, everybody makes mistakes, and that you're interested not in the problem but in the solution, and find a way to keep on working together and just forget what has been in the past, and just live in the moment and like make the best out of the future, because it's the only thing that you can change. So you cannot change the past. Some people dwell in the past for way too long. They think about things that happened, and again and again, those bad experiences hurt them even in the future, and they're gone. You cannot change them anymore. So try to accept them and think, okay, what is the most productive thing you can do now to have a great future together? And especially, I mean, I think especially it's important in like family and love and so on, but that's, I think it's like the most hardest to do it right, because there you have the most emotion involved. But at the workplace, actually, this happens very often as well, and it is most often a bit easier to get it right, but still people get emotional and scream, yell, leave the office. I mean, I had people in an office job that I had that really like slammed the laptop on the table and just left during the middle of the workday, because they couldn't resolve a problem with a coworker. This kind of behavior obviously will not bring you anywhere. It just damages everything and makes things more complicated to deal with. So even if inside you're like burning and want to literally or almost literally kill the other person, try to find something within you that is maybe also not ideal. And this is a position from where you could maybe find a common ground, a common solution to a problem that you both see as very painful and that you want to get rid of. Maybe that helps. Talk to you soon.